What is EVE Online? It's described as a space-based, persistent world, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, but what does that mean? I'd like to unpack that a bit. Firstly, space-based, the environment. EVE Online is set in New Eden. It's a universe initially populated by people from Earth who have long been cut off from their home planet due to the destruction of the Stargate that brought them here. Long enough to develop into different races, 21,000 years in our future. Your character is a pilot, an industrialist, a trader, a fighter, an inventor, an explorer, a leader. At any given point you will either be in space in a ship or a pod. Essentially it's your body without a ship. Or you'll be docked. You'll be in a solar system which will have planets, and the planets may have moons. You can warp around the solar system. Most systems have stargates which you can access to take you to another solar system, and that's usually how you travel around the universe. And there's over 5,000 solar systems, so there's plenty to see. There's also stations, which could be publicly available or privately owned. Ships come in lots of different sizes. As a new pilot, you'll be able to fly the frigates that are linked to your race. Ships come with slots, and you can put things into those slots that will do different things. These are called modules or rigs. Modules can do things like cause damage, mine asteroids and gas, propel your ship faster, increase the ability of your ship to protect itself, probe down anomalies in space, hack into things you find, and so on. You'll learn to fit your ship to suit your needs. You can make ships and modules yourself through industry. By mining the asteroid belts, you can get the ores that provide the building blocks of the more basic ships and modules. You can fit a ship with a probe launcher and go explore solar systems by launching probes and discovering hidden areas. Depending on what's there, you can use different hacking modules to unlock their secrets. You can access EVE's famous open market to buy low and sell high and make a fortune. The in-game currency is called ISK. You can earn it in lots of different ways. You can run missions and get ISK rewards. You get bounties for killing pirate NPCs, some of which are easy enough to be killed by new pilots. You can sell the items that they drop, or ore that you mine, or things that you make. Progression of your character is via the skill system. Training is done in real time, even when you're not logged in. Each skill has 5 different levels. The higher the level you wish to train, the longer it takes. Higher skill levels make a module easier to fit in your ship, or increase its effectiveness, or unlock more advanced skills. It may increase the damage or speed or mining skills of your ship, depending on that ship's bonuses. Solar systems come in 3 different security levels. High security space has New Eden's police force, Concord, present. They can't stop you from being attacked, but they will blow up the ship of anyone who illegally aggresses you. Low security space doesn't have Concord, but the stations and stargates have guns that will attack anyone who illegally attacks you. Null or 0.0 security space and wormholes are a free-for-all. No police, no gate or station guns, you're on your own. EVE can be fun as a single player. Its strength and longevity, however, comes from the ability to play with other characters. Players can form or join corporations, which is a collection of pilots. Corporations can join together to form an alliance. Alliances can be based in any area of space. In 0.0 security space, alliances can effectively own solar systems and constellations. This gives them access to bountiful resources, but they'll need to work hard and be organised to keep those areas of space. You can join a side in faction warfare and try to take areas of space which your enemy currently holds. There are plenty of rewards for doing so. Finding like-minded pilots is a great way to enjoy EVE. New pilots will be highly recommended to seek out EVE University. It's a corp which provides support for learning, fleets to fight with, and the greatest EVE Online resources for finding out about all aspects of the game and its mechanics. Once you've found your feet in EVE, you'll find yourself gravitating towards other corps which may closely mirror your own desired playing style. You could end up in one of the famous massive battles or wars for which EVE makes headlines. If we go back to the definition of EVE, the G in MMORPG stands for game. I'm not sure that's the right word for EVE. In the loosest definition of the word, yeah, it's a game. But if you think of a game as something you can dip into for instant gratification, it doesn't fit. There's no score system, no leaderboard, no end game. EVE is more like an alternate online existence. Your character can move from one activity to another in an all-encompassing universe. The support network is massive. As you get to grips with EVE's surroundings, you will continually be amazed by the things that you learn about. I'm over 15 years into playing EVE and still learning things about New Eden, its history, the sites, the lore, the mechanics. The content in EVE is continually changing. There are events, tournaments, themed activities, proving grounds. Whether you want to discover it with other players or on your own, it's up to you. Don't let the size of New Eden intimidate you. You will easily learn what you need to know at any given time. You don't need to know everything from day one, just enough to do what you need to do that day. Can I join EVE Online as a new player in 2022? I can understand this question. You may well have concerns as to how enjoyable a game experience you will have when other players could have an 18-year head start on you. Fortunately, EVE doesn't work that way. It won't be you against a veteran. The path that you take as a new player probably won't have you crossing paths with many old players at the beginning unless you want it to. EVE has a new player experience which has probably had more attention paid to it over the last few years than any other aspect of the game. There's probably never been a better time to be a new player in EVE. You're certainly not dropped in the deep end like I was in 2006. You'll be guided through the user interface, aspects of navigation and conflict, run missions and get rewards, and also learn about using agents. It's important to remember that you will get blown up in EVE. It happens to us all, sometimes multiple times a day. It's part of the game. You will then have to get in another ship and get back out there. Plus, if your character is under 6 months old and loses a ship or modules under 20 million ISK, then I'll reimburse that ship to you. See the reimbursement link in the description below. And if you want to try EVE, look again in the description below. I'll give you a link that gives you an additional 1 million skill points to get you along your EVE journey a lot quicker. Can I join EVE Online and play for free? Yes you can. Since November 2016, players have been able to play for free in what's known as an alpha clone state. For beginners, that means that you can try EVE out for as long as you like without spending any money. Your skill point cap will be 5 million skill points, which is more than enough to sample an awful lot of EVE. There are restrictions in the ships you can fly and the modules you can use, but you'll have more than enough content to keep you going for a long time. CCP's vision is for EVE to outlive us all. Their goal is EVE forever. You could well be part of that future. Why not sign up on the link below and treat yourself to a life in New Eden? I'm Magaibo, thanks for listening, and I'll see you again next time.